Hey guys, welcome back to I guess part 2 of this On the Block episode. Lamar, Igor, Joe, we're gonna go through the All-Star starters, and then we're gonna pick our reserves, 7 reserves. So starters in the Eastern Conference, we have Giannis,
Pascal,
Trae Young,
Embiid, and who had the other one?
and Kemba.
And Kemba Walker, yes.
So the East, Giannis, Kemba, Embiid, Trae Young, and Pascal. In the West, LeBron James, Luka Doncic, Kawhi Leonard, James Harden, Anthony Davis. So we'll start off in the East.
Are they not picking teams anymore?
No, they're doing the captains again. So it's Team LeBron and Team Giannis.
Yeah, but they're picking
you
guys.
still have to
They're
have
picking guys.
12 from the East and 12 from the West.
You just have to pick the starters have to get picked first. So
You gotta go through the 10 first.
LeBron will be like, I'll pick Anthony Davis, and Giannis will say, I'll pick this guy.
So he can pick someone from the West
You-
side?
Yeah, that's the whole point. You cross
But you have to pick
You
the
gotta
starters
do
first.
starters
The
first.
starters have to
What
get
a
picked first.
horrible idea.
Eastern Conference, Lamar Grant, let's go. Who do you got?
Reserves?
We're reserves. We're only doing reserves.
Entertaining.
Okay, I got Bam from the Heat. Butler from the Heat.
Mhm.
Sabonis. I guess I have to put Ben. Tatum.
You don't have to do anything. You
No,
want him
I-
there?
I-
You
I
want him
don't-
there? Yeah.
I don't want him there. I'll
But you
put him
respect
in.
his game.
I don't respect his game, but no one's playing good enough for me to excuse kicking him out. Tatum. I'm gonna say Morris from New York. The way he's
Really?
playing.
Wow.
Not because, he's never. I'm a big believer in if someone's having one of those lucky years, they may never play good like that again.
Like Lou
Put him in the
Williams,
All-Star game. I'm not into that. And then just because of loyalty, I say Vince because this is how I see it.
This guy's get the.
Vince is gonna get the sympathy vote?
I'm saying,
Vince is getting the Dirk Nowitzki. You know what? Actually, I wouldn't mind that, considering that he's played in like three or 4
Oh,
different
that's
decades.
right, because Dwayne and Dirk got it last year.
Yeah. But that was a retirement tour. But again, Vince has been doing that for a while, so that knows.
I'll tell you why.
I actually no, I wouldn't mind that. If that was the case, I would.
I wouldn't mind that. Kind of caught me off guard, but I'll tell you why he did that. Because he didn't want to give the spot to its rightful owner of Kyle Lowry.
No,
That's why he didn't want to do it.
Vince deserves that spot more than Kyle Lowry.
Okay, Igor East 7.
So I'm gonna go with a lot of it is the same. So I think Jimmy's definitely done a really good job in Miami. Bam's been maybe the find of the season. He's done really well for them. Ben has been again since Joel's been out. He's been solid. Again, still one of the better players in the East. That would be Ben Simmons. Tatum. Again, this is where it gets a little tricky for me. So Sabonis is having a good year. I actually went again. He missed a big portion of it because of injury. I still think Vucevic is the better player in Orlando. So
He's just been hurt. That's the
he's
only
just
thing
been,
that's
he's just
tough,
been
yeah.
hurt. It's a tough one. I still think he's the better player, so I took him. I did take Bradley Beal based on talent. And as much as it pains me, it really does pain me. I think based on the fact, based on the fact that he actually has been reasonably decent throughout the year. Though, you know what? Actually, you know what? I'm taking that.
Joe!
I'm taking Fred. Fred's going in for Kyle.
Oh my
I'm
goodness.
taking Fred because Fred's been more consistent,
That'd be
and he's been again overall more consistent. He's gotten hurt a couple times, but he's been the better player overall. I'm taking Fred over Kyle. Screw it.
Kyle, I'm not going to let them do you like this, my man.
I'm taking
He
Fred.
got to play in so many he didn't deserve anyway.
Okay.
There
was nobody- there was nobody.
roster spot. He's in debt to me.
Really?
Fred carried them a good bit while Kyle was.
I have a
injured.
hot take. Now that we're going to say this, even though he didn't make my All-Star team for whatever reason, I do think Fred VanVleet is more valuable to the team than Pascal Siakam. That's a hot take.
Blasphemy.
That's my take. I think even going back to the finals, I think that Fred was more valuable than Pascal was. I love Pascal. Like I'm not here to slander or whatever. Like I think he's their most valuable player. His defense, his on-ball defense this year has been incredible. I don't know. I've always
Oh, you're talking about
I love Fred.
Oh, okay.
I love Fred.
Fred had
I
more
love Fred.
memorable moments, but he wasn't better than Siakam. Like he had
This
more
season or in the finals?
No, this season he hasn't been
No, last
better.
year. That's what you said.
I mean,
In the finals.
Isn't that what you said?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think Fred was.
well, I
better
mean,
than
I
Pascal
give
in the finals.
Siakam credit for again that last play
He's
was
taking a
on him
huge-
on Draymond.
He's
Like,
taking
that
a
was
huge
a hell of a
lead.
play.
Yeah, no, like I said, this is nothing bad about Pascal. I love Pascal. I just think that if it's even possible, Fred's very undervalued.
Sure.
In Toronto
And
and
they should
across
pay
the
him.
league,
They should pay him.
he's going to get paid for
He's
sure.
gonna get paid.
That being said,
So I'm thinking Fred.
I don't have him on my All-Star team. He had some injuries. Pascal had injury, and so did Kyle. But I do have Kyle going there because Kyle's really helped solidify the team. He carries the offensive burden. I have Kyle. I have Bam. I'm surprised all three of us picked Bam. I have Jimmy Butler, Ben Simmons, Sabonis, Beal, and the last one's kind of questionable. Never been his biggest fan. I liked him coming in. Zach LaVine. I know that he's not on a good team either. Him and Beal. Now you could put either of the Boston guys. Those, Tatum, or I think that Brown's actually been better than Tatum, but they've both been really good. Let's move on to the West.
I want to go first.
Okay.
Joker, Rudy,
Okay.
Lillard, Paul, Morant. Now, guys, let me say this. I haven't been able to talk. I said Zion's my guy. He's going to save the league from the tyranny of LeBron. I said all that. But Morant, he is. And it's not just how high he can jump. The way he's playing, it gives me like a McGrady-ish type of feel. But like,
He's trying to dunk on everybody.
just the way he plays, it's not just the jumping. Because Zach can jump, but he's just scared to dunk on people for some reason. But
Injuries.
yeah, I guess. But Morant gets hurt too. But
Did
when he
Morant go
jumps-
after Love when he just missed that dunk?
the
Yeah,
other one,
yeah,
oh
yeah,
my
yeah.
gosh, oh gosh. Even though
He's crossover.
even though he was shorter, no, that can't be better than Vincent. But the way he cocked it back is. I just find
He
everyone
reminds
to
me of
know.
Lillard a little bit, actually, now that I think about it. Like the way he goes up for dunks and stuff. Lillard doesn't dunk over guys much, but just the aggressiveness I really like from Morant.
I want it to be known right now to everybody here that Morant
This is your guy.
is not my guy. 'Cause I can't. I'm riding with Zion. Zion's my guy. But Morant has that thing. Like even though like when as soon as McGrady left, there was this group of people where it was like people would divide and go to Orlando with McGrady, or you're still riding with Vince. It was like a thing. And with these two guys, Zion and things, Zion just came off injury. Morant got hurt a couple of times, but this can be something very wonderful where they can stop pampering this LeBron thing, get him out of here, and then start these new kids. So I'm saying Morant is something.
Just,
I'm letting you- I'm
just
letting
can't help
you-
himself.
I'm
Just can't help himself.
you let that slide for a
I'm saying Morant is it, and then
You got much time.
I'm gonna give it to Booker.
Okay.
Was he ever in the All-Star game?
No.
Okay,
I don't
good.
believe
So that's
so.
what I would give it. Not that he's violently deserving.
Would you just for terms of your guys, Zion's number one, does Morant pass Trey for you? I know Trey's your guy too.
You remember my guy? I just said
You liked him, you thought he was gonna be
I
great.
still like him.
Who do you like more? Ja or Trey?
Morant. I'm riding with Morant, man.
All right, West.
I have a little bit. So I took. I think Ingram's deserved it. I think Ingram's been really good for the Pelicans. He's taken a big leap. I think he deserves it. Damian Lillard, Chris Paul. I thought Chris Paul was pretty much done. He's been pretty good for OKC.
Pretty good.
Well, again, maybe I'm underselling.
Yeah,
him.
Did
He's
you
been
have
good.
him? Yeah, you did.
Of course.
He's been very good for OKC. Again, not a guy that he's not scuffling. Though again, they are a playoff team right now, which I think to some people is
They
a
are
little bit
sixth or
surprising.
seventh, yeah.
A little bit surprising. He's done really well. He's gotten like with Shea Gildress, and again working with Adams and everybody else that they have down there. Done a really good job. I originally had Joker, but Joker's been a little bit inconsistent in my opinion on a lot of nights. So I actually replaced Joker with Karl Anthony Towns
Blasphemy.
based on the fact
He's
that
missed like a month and a half.
he has. But if you look at when they were actually when Minnesota had that really
When
hot
they were
start.
5-2.
Well, again, but if you look at it, and again, if you base it off of again, Joker's obviously got the better team. I'm not debating that. If you look at specific at the numbers, like Cat's still about top 7, top 8 scoring in the league, and he's a natural double. He's like 27 and 11. Hard to put him on the All-Star team.
So
My
did you put
opinion.
Wiggins?
No,
Wiggins
I
put
Did Wiggins not play good? Is
I'm
Wiggins
not
having
again.
one of his
Wiggins.
best years?
Wiggins to me didn't make the cut in the fact that I personally like Donovan Mitchell better. I like Gobert better, and my last one was Booker. I think Booker deserved it. Joker and Cat, I went kind of back and forth. I originally had Joker, but he hasn't been as dominant. It's been better lately,
I think with Joker,
but he hasn't been. He was out of shape.
That's the thing.
There was a lot of issues there. So I went with Cat, though I believe the Joker will get in. I think that Cat has had a pretty solid season. And again, an all-star level season.
I
Top
just think,
five,
I
top
think,
10
I think
player.
most teams have played about 42, 43 games by now, and I think that he's played like 23. That's not enough for me to put him on the All-Star
Fair
team.
enough.
If he's healthy, he's there, but he hasn't been.
Okay.
My
enough.
squad, I forgot about him, but he has to make the team because he has been pretty good still. Russell Westbrook. Rudy Gobert, need someone for Utah. Utah, we don't have enough time to talk about, but they've been one of the surprise teams. Raptors were up like 77-33 at half against them about a month ago.
Yeah.
They've now won like 12 out of
And
13.
we always thought they were
Usual thing.
Bogdanovich. They had good players. We thought they
Conley
were
went
top.
down, they kind of took it up. So I got Westbrook, Rudy, Dame Lillard, player of the week. He just averaged like 52 points, something crazy. He's been incredible. Jokic has to be there. he started off slow. I have him in fantasy, so I know. But he always plays himself into shape. Not condoning it, but he always starts off slow. The guy's been just dominant ever since. They've had a lot of injuries. He's been carrying the torch. Jamal Murray went down. He's carrying the team. CP3, got to show him love defensively, offensively. I think he's kind of showing everybody. He's playing with a chip on his shoulder because everybody's talking about his contract. He got kicked out of Houston, and he's been really impressive this year. I thought he was going to take another step back. Brandon Ingram, got to give him his props as well. We've talked about him before. Didn't really live up to the potential. I understand it's a contract year, but it's also year 3 or 4. This is usually where guys make that step. He's been pretty good. And lastly, I was kind of torn between 2 guys, Devin Booker and Shea, because Shea's been really impressive. I was liked him, obviously Clippers guy, liked him last year, but I didn't see this step with him. If he can shoot off the dribble, he's going to be an all-star every year. But I'll give it to Booker because it's his first year and he's been doing this for a while. So that's my
I mean, you mentioned Morant. I think Jackson on Memphis has been a really solid player as well.
Jaren Jackson.
Yeah.
He's been injured for a bit as well. That's the only thing.
Yeah.
No rookies made the All-Star team since Blake Griffin, and that was an incredible
and the West is
statistical
kind of
season.
tough for that.
So it's tough. I think.
Well, I do like Morant.
Last
Morant's
year,
a hell of a
Should go
player.
to whoever deserves it.
Yeah.
The only reason they don't really push for it is because they want talent in the rookie sophomore game.
I do
That's the
think.
only reason they're violently against it.
I do think had he been
And
healthy,
you want to make sure guys are like getting their guys like Booker who've been doing it for a while get there before rookie does, right?
I don't care.
Well,
I'm just
You're
saying,
an all-star
you
because
can
of how you play.
you
I
can make
don't-
the
I don't
argument. You
agree
can
with
make the argument had he been healthy, and from what we've seen so far, that I
He
think
would be.
Zion would have been in there.
If
for
Zion
sure.
was healthy, he would have done
Zion
it.
would have been in there for sure.
And I don't agree with them letting them play both games. Like they have to just make up your mind. If you're playing in one, that's what you play in one. Like LeBron, he played in his rookie
He
year, right?
did, yeah. Oh no,
But
he
he played in
didn't.
both.
He didn't. He played in his second year. He was an all-star. First year he was not. Nobody was that rookie year. None of those guys were.
I remember him playing in 2 different games, Saturday and Sunday one time. So I don't know if he played.
Maybe it
in
was a
rookie
sophomore. He did the
game.
sophomore game because in the
Sophomore
second
game.
year he did. Yeah,
That was
that's it.
stupid.
All right, we're short of time. That's pretty much it.
Well, yeah, we'll see how
And-
things go out.
Yeah. All right, guys. Enjoy
And
the
then
All-Star
Nick
game.
Nurse, if they keep it up, Nick Nurse will be coaching.
If they stay in second.
That's pretty
Yeah.
good.
Morant
Morant will
second.
get the MVP for the rookie sophomore game.
Yeah?
Yes.
Not Zion.
You know,
well, actually,
Zion, is he
might not.
gonna make it?
Hold
he
on.
can't make it.
I would
He just
assume they would
played
put him
3
in.
4 games.
What about Luca? What about Trey? It's a rookie sophomore game, right?
But they're gonna play in
Of
both.
course. I would think so. Why would they not?
I doubt they would put them in there.
Well, they're not going to play much, maybe, but
I don't know.
anyways, that's a pretty stacked rookie sophomore team, regardless.
Yeah.
Quite good. But anyways, good to have both of us back, both of you guys back on the show. Good episode, and we'll see you guys next time. Enjoy the All-Star game, and we'll see you guys after the trade deadline
Mhm.
next time on the block.